Hey, what's up you guys, it's Connor, and today I'm going to be talking about the series that I finished in 2014. So I know we're already a couple of weeks into the new year, but I wanted to tell you about the series that I completed last year, and I think that's going to be one of my goals, is to finish more series, just because I have so many that I haven't finished yet and that I am interested in finishing. So maybe this video will get me motivated to maybe beat this number. So I'm going to go through them in order that I finished each series or trilogy. So the first book that I show is going to be the one that I finished first, probably in January, and then all the way into December. So the first series that I completed was the Septimus Heap series by Andrew Sage. This is the first book, Magic, and the last book is Fire, and this follows a boy named Septimus, who's the seventh son of a seventh son, and that just means he is a crazy, amazing wizard. And it just follows all of his adventures and trying to save his kingdom and everything. And it's just a lot of fun. It's a middle grade series. The books are really cool, like they're really short and fat, and they have deckled edges. I just really enjoy this series, and you cover a lot of different areas of the world in this series. The next series that I finished is the Diversion trilogy by Veronica Roth. This is the first book, Divergent. I don't feel like I really need to explain anything about it because it is so popular and there's a movie out. And I really did not like Four's perspective, so that kind of just ruined the last book for me. I didn't really like how that was, but I didn't care about the ending. I thought the ending was fine, but yeah, so kind of disappointing, but I was happy to finish it. The next trilogy that I finished is the Razorland trilogy by Anne Aguirre. I don't know how to say it. This book follows this girl named Deuce, who at the beginning of this book is in a place called an enclave, and it's basically this underground society that's really small, and she finds out that her society is like just not how it should be, and there's a lot of things wrong with it, and there's also a danger to her society, and so she has to deal with that. And yeah, I really liked this series. I thought the third book was amazing. I really like how it ended. Yeah, definitely way better than how the Divergent series ended. The next trilogy that I finished is the Mistborn trilogy by Brandon Sanderson. This is the first book, The Final Empire. I loved this trilogy. I think it's probably my favorite trilogy that I've ever read, and I've talked about it a lot on my channel, so I don't really feel like I need to give you the premise again, but I finished this trilogy this year, so yeah, I loved it. Okay, so the next series that I finished this year is the Mortal Instruments series by Cassandra Clare. I read City of Heavenly Fire, and the books get a lot bigger as they go on, but I feel like this is a really popular series as well, so I don't really need to go into detail about it, but yeah. Yay. The next series that I finished is the Heroes of Olympus series, which is by Rick Riordan. This is the first book, The Lost Hero, and this is kind of a continuation of the Percy Jackson and the Olympian series, and so I don't really want to say anything about it, just in case you haven't read the Percy Jackson series, but I love these books so much, so yeah, highly recommend them. The next series that I finished is The Inheritance Cycle by Christopher Paolini. This is the first book, Aragon, and I have been reading this series forever. Like, this book still says that it was a trilogy, not 4 books. So, yeah, that's a long time, and I really enjoyed the first 2 books, and then the third book was really boring for me. I did not like it that much, and then the fourth book got a little bit better than that. I liked the ending. I thought it was great. It was a little bit boring at parts, but I still enjoyed it, and I was really glad to finish the series that I have had forever. And the last series that I finished, which is not really technically a series, but I'm counting it as one because it's like a sub-series of a series. It's the Death Collection by Terry Pratchett. The first one is Mort, and then it's Reaper Man, and then it's Soul Music, and then The Hogfather. So I really liked this series. I thought it was a lot of fun. Terry Pratchett is hilarious, and it's very satirical, and just, yeah, I loved it. These books all have something to do with Death, who is a personification of that word, death, and so he's in charge of like people dying and everything, and so it just is a lot of craziness because Death is like kind of not content with his job, and a lot of the time he's questioning his job. He like tries out other jobs and stuff, so yeah, and then there's a bunch of consequences that come with that. So I really enjoyed them, and I will be continuing along with the Discworld series at some point, but I'm not really sure when. I think I'm gonna go with the witches one next. I don't know what that's called, but yeah, the one that's about witches. So those are the 8 series that I completed in 2014. Hopefully I will beat that number and finish maybe 10 in 2015. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. If you have any comments about the series that I finished, or if you know what I'm reading and you know some series that I should maybe complete, let me know those down in the comments. And if you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.